Hey there, guys. Tom here, and it's been about a couple weeks since my last upload, but I did take a little bit of a break because we just went through Christmas as well as the New Year time frame. But I did want to keep going with the Urban Legends Iceberg and record part 4 for you guys. And hopefully this will be something that you guys will continue to enjoy and continue to watch as I release further parts out as we go along with this. So with that being said, I selected a couple of the items off of part of the fourth part of this iceberg, and we're going to go over each one briefly to kind of give you an idea of some of the urban legends that do show up on this particular level of the iceberg. So the first one I'm going to go ahead and cover for this portion is going to be over the chupacabra, and that one seems to be relatively popular. So I'm sure you guys have probably heard about that one. It's said to be vampiric toward livestock, primarily goats, which has some reported sightings in different areas. There have been some sightings from what I've heard in Puerto Rico in 95, and the name comes from the vampiric acts it carries out. It translates, from my understanding, roughly to the goat sucker, and it's kind of one of those uh, folklore type creatures, or what we would classify as a cryptid. So, due to the popularity of that one, I figured I didn't need to cover it as much as with this next one that we have on this tier, and that one is going to be the black eyed children. They seem to resemble children that vary in age from the early teenage years down to even younger ages, and their eyes tend to be pure black. From my understanding with that one, they can show up at your front door knocking, or they can show up on highways. And when they tend to knock at your front door, they tend to ask to come in, and they give some sort of reason, like wanting to use the phone or something along that manner. Most people tend to have the strong urge to not let them in when this happens, and some would even argue that they are spirits or some sort of vampire, demon, witch, and some people have even gone as far as to claim that they are human alien hybrids. But as far as we know, there have been some people that claim to have seen them and have not let them in, and there's no current known date as far as when the sightings originally started or where the legend originates from, but they have been claimed to tend on the violent side. And as far as I know, if there is anyone that has let them in, there's no one that's reported what happened. So it's possible they might um, attack and or kill anyone that lets them inside the house. Now, since we've kind of got started on this and kind of got into it a little bit, I did want to give a friendly reminder if you made it this far so far, that if you're a fan of content like this, as well as vlogs or urban exploration or anything paranormal as well, feel free to click that subscribe button down below, as well as the bell notification to be notified of all my future content. And I've got two more that I'm going to cover over for you guys here. Didn't want to cover them all, just wanted to kind of go over a few to let you know how many or what type of urban legends are on this level. Now, the next one that we're going to be covering over is called the Slit Mouth Woman. According to popular legend, she tends to walk around wearing a mask on her face and will ask potential victims if they think that she's pretty. And if they respond with no, she will tend to either kill them with long medical scissors or wait until nightfall and find them at home and kill them in their sleep. If they do tend to say yes, though, she will reveal the corners of her mouth, and her mouth has been slit from ear all the way to ear. Kind of think of like the Joker, how he has those scars that cut up on each side. And then she'll repeat her question. And if they hesitate or hesitantly say yes, then she will cut the corners of their mouth in such a way that it resembles her mouth or her own disfigurement. And some variations of the claim say that if you say yes calmly and fearlessly, then she'll give you like a blood red ruby and will let you live. But if you look back as you're walking away, then she will show her blood curdling smile and will slash you to death. That's according to that legend, from what I could find at least. And then you have La Llorona, which I think that one's become more popular recently because there's, I believe, a movie or a TV show that was made about it. In some stories, she is said to wail for her own lost or dead children. In many of the stories, she's the one that killed her own children when she was alive and is doomed for her actions to be a wandering spirit. In other stories, she appears mainly to women who have children, or others, she kidnaps children who are never seen again. Um, from my understanding, La Llorona means the weeping woman, so it is not surprising that the main characteristics shared by these stories is that she appears as a woman who tends to be weeping. And from my understanding, it's mainly told in Latin America, Spanish speaking communities in the US, and in parts of Mexico. Now, I just want to cover over those four in this video. There's quite a few others that show up on that list as well. But just want to give you guys a friendly final reminder that if you enjoy this video and this type of content, feel free to click that subscribe button down below, as well as that like button and that bell icon to be notified of all my future uploads. But as always, enjoy life, take it a day at a time, and I'll see y'all next time.